Hello and welcome back to my Factorio. So today's a little bit different. I've been knocking around in my Outpost world for the last few videos, but 0.16 came out, so I thought I'd have a play with that, and I've started up a new map, and I'm just running through the first bit of the game at the moment. So it's quite a big improvement graphically. These are the new look research labs. They're quite pretty, very shiny. There's a whole load of graphics which look just a lot better than they used to. The character has a bit more definition. There's a little light on his hat which actually shows up now, and a bunch of other things. So I'm just getting started on science. I've done red and green. I'm sorry, it's nighttime. And I can show you a couple of neat things and one that's slightly annoying. Okay, so this is our ammunition. Drop that over, and it's remembered from the blueprint what it should be making. So that it really is a lot better. I think there was a mod for that before, but anyway, it works now out the box. So we can just drop these down on top. There we go. The quick pick, it may have always been there, but it just seems to work a lot better for me now. So if you hover over an item and press Q, as long as you have that thing in your inventory, it gets that thing. And it also sets the orientation correctly. So there we are. So it's picked the correct orientation for that item. And it's a nice little time saver. You can also now drop these things directly on top of belts, which is very nice. It used to be such a pain dropping them down, having to delete belt out the way to make it work. And the undergrounds, as long as there's no kind of weaving going on or crossing, when you drop it down, it strips out the belt that's there. So that's really nice. I used to spend hours picking up belts that I'd replaced with undergrounds. So I've found out this is a little sort of minibus, and what I've found is that I'm just laying out everything directly where I want it to go, because it's now so easy to replace belt with underground that you just route it exactly where you want it to go and only put the undergrounds in when you need them. So that's the main stuff here. The world I've set up this time is a little bit different from the last one. So this is a rail world, but I whacked the water up to largest, and that means that basically the whole world is a series of small islands, or well, interlinked islands, and basically there's loads of water. So that's going to be entertaining. The RSO mod doesn't seem to have been updated yet, so I've used the vanilla map generation, and I found that to be a bit hinky. I had 4 or 5 starts and was not finding reasonable patches of resources at the start site. So I've kind of had to make do. So here's some pretty high def video animations. There's all these cogs and wheels and things turning inside the boilers. It's really cute. They've put a lot of work into these animations, and they are a big improvement on the old ones. And even when you're zoomed all the way out, there's a sense of movement and motion which wasn't really there before. So I'm quite pleased with that. So my map, this is what I've uncovered so far. So I've got a small oil field there, 12,000. That'll get me going with some plastic and some red circuits probably. My iron is dire. So I've got 82k there. I started with 150, and I've got a patch here which is 98k. That started off with 110 or something. This patch is literally enough to fill a single yellow belt, and the same for this one. And it's really diffuse. So this whole area here is tiles with sort of 100 units, not really any more than 100 units of ore underneath them. So I'm really on a race now to get rails and get out. I need to get out of this starting area. The other thing I need immediately is the heavy duty ammo and turrets, because my spawn site had some biter nests fairly close by. They're still small, nothing's really done any evolution yet, but they're obviously too much for me to take out with my puny gun and my no suit. I was given plenty of coal, well over 1 million coal, and plenty of stone, but this piddly little copper 459 and these two 100k patches of iron. So yeah, it's going to be on your bike time soon. Hopefully I will find what I need. I'm probably going to play this game through a bit more, get out of Steam Age and maybe get into Rail Age and hopefully onto bots. I may dump it because it's a bit of a learning experience with the new maps, and not having the iron, I'm not sure if it's actually going to go anywhere. Anyway, this was mainly to see the new features, the new pretty graphics. Anyway, thanks for watching. It's kind of cool that 16 works on Linux now. I understand it didn't on the first release, but they're up to the 3rd or 4th patch now. Everything's worked flawlessly. As I say, everything works except none of the mods I use seem to have been updated yet. Okay, well, good night and have fun.